What's going on? Ellis in the building. I represent Sensory Overload. And today I have a good video for you. It's going to be a comparison video. The clone versus the OG. Alright? Shout out to my boy KJ, representing the 757. You know what I'm saying? For Christmas, he was able to get this particular fragrance. And he was like, yo, I need you to do a comparison video. We need to see how accurate it is. The particular fragrance we're talking about, Bleu de Chanel El Exclusive. Listen, the dupe smells good, so I'm looking forward to seeing how accurate it is compared to the OG. I did spray it on my hand a bit earlier, you know what I mean? So I've been letting it go through its transition in its phase. And I have been kind of having certain opinions, but every time I go back to it, I find myself shifting my opinion. So we're gonna hold out on that a little bit longer. And that's gonna be compared to Dua's version, and this is going to be called Bleu de Dua, the exclusive. Bleu de Dua, the exclusive. All right, so we're going to spray this on skin. We're going to see what it's hitting for. Keep in mind, the Chanel is going to run you about $200, all right? It's going to run you about $200, and the Dua is going to run you about $60 before any discounts. So, makes you wonder, is there a value in what I'm getting? You know what I mean? Or you pay the premium and you keep it pushing. And honestly, I don't think you go wrong, because who's to tell you what to do and what to pay? You know what I'm saying? If you like that designer name brand, you want to pay that bag, go ahead and do it, right? It is what it is. So trust me, I ain't hating on whatever decision you make, all right? It smells good. So with this one, I find that the Bleu de Chanel is a bit more leathery, all right? So it's gonna be a bit more darker than Dua's version. So that leather, like resinous aspect, the labdanum, that tends to be presented more in the OG. Dua's is a bit brighter, however, they're not neck and neck. It's not like it's 100% accurate, because it's not. You're leaning like an 80, 85. That's what it's kind of going towards right now. So, as far as the opening goes, Bleu de Chanel is smooth, okay? Go figure, right? It is going to be smooth, but Dua is holding its own. I still see value in that product, despite not paying the premium price, all right? So, like I said on my hand, I sprayed it about 20 to 25 minutes ago. And really the dry down is what I'm looking forward to, because I know what I smell when I initially spray it doesn't last long. Literally not lasting 20 minutes. It's already going to its mid and its base. So let's find out, because I'm not going to hold you long. I'm just trying to get to the point for you, all right? Let's get to the point. The dry down, woody, ambery, but more heavy on the leather when it comes to the OG. Dua, you could tell that they have the leather component in the Bleu de Chanel. They tend to do a good job with cloning Bleu de Chanel. I had a few other clones from them, and it does smell accurate, like the Eau de Toilette or the Eau de Parfum. You know what I mean? But the El Exclusive is not neck and neck. You can smell the inspiration, but it's not going to be a one-for-one matchup. On my skin, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I like Dua's a bit better. It's a bit more brighter. This leather aspect that's on the Bleu de Chanel turns me off a little bit. The fragrance isn't bad. It is still a handsome, more mature version of Bleu de Chanel, okay? So I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying where my taste lies, I'm digging Dua's version actually a bit better. I will say this though, as it does dry down, it becomes a bit more accurate. I find that Dua does well with the dry downs with fragrances. So the opening, I felt like I was getting about an 80% mark, you know, with Bleu de Chanel being more leathery, a little bit more woody, a bit more resinous. Dua's, I found it to have a bit more of a brightness. All right, keep in mind, these both have some citruses in there. So I think maybe that's, assist them with it being a bit more brighter. However, you still get the labdanum, you still get the leather, and this dual fragrance. Duas though, I think what it is, it still smells a lot like the OG Bleu de Chanel with some leather mixed in there. Where this seems to have gone, the OG seems to have gone a different route. Where they try to, have that DNA, but also have its own identity. I think that's what it is, where Dua is kind of like, hey, you know what Bleu de Chanel smell like? Well, check it out with leather in there. And check it out with labdanum and resins. It seems like that. All in all, Dua did a real good job. And I'm not saying this because I don't get sponsored. I buy my stuff. You know what I'm saying? But my pains, I like Dua's better. And what's even better is I like the value. All right? I pay $60 over the $200 for this particular fragrance. Sometimes the OG be just whooping the dupe's butt. You feel me? Because ain't nothing like an OG sometimes. But in this scenario, I'm digging the clone. I'm good with my clone. I'm very satisfied with it. Yeah, that leather in the Chanel is just kind of turning me off a bit. That's all. It's a bit more animalic, you know what I mean? So, that's kind of my review, my opinion. I didn't do, the longevity and all that good stuff. And honestly, Chanel's been known to kind of hold down that 6 to 8 hour mark. And I think this will kind of stay in that range, if not maybe a little bit longer because of those darker notes. You know what I'm saying? And with this, the Duas version, I was getting like 8 hours? I got a video on there where I'm kind of going and just giving you my impressions on it and letting you know how I feel. So, without talking in circles, because I could do that, without just dragging this along, get your nose on both. Get your nose on both. If you like that leathery, a bit darker, a bit resinous, go the OG. You want something that's a bit leaning towards that Bleu de Chanel that you're accustomed to with the splash of darkness, check out Duas, all right? So until next time, make sure you smell your best. You stay blessed. Peace.